92 strikeouts, and now 193. That's called a third strike. Schwarber didn't like the call.
Velocity, that's going to be critical for him.
Here is Trey Turner and his 23-game struggle in his first year after center, and that's a base hit for Turner, the first hit tonight for the Phillies. 1 ball, 1 strike. Turner is trying to reach a major league record that way toward third, and the Phillies have him at the corners with Bryce Harper coming up. 3.
Marmol talked about.
It's over. They get an out at second. Trey Turner comes home, and Bryce Harper a run batted. Muto, one of the big. So that's 3 hits in the inning now for the Phillies, all singles as Harper
Came back so soon.
Castellanos. It is gone. Nick Castellanos and a 4.
The first half, he was one of the.
Trey Turner handles a high hop. And the throw pulls hard. Completely mobile there. There's a look there and makes the catch. Nola will hold it first as Nola. Nola with that curveball. It's the pitch he uses the most. It's been his than he has on the road. Pache, the left fielder, has it for the second out. Nola Arenado. Now, one thing that Nola has done well throughout his career and even this season. Arenado, as Nola shakes off the error to start the first and works a scoreless.
Called it, but yeah.
Hey Nick, nice job getting your foot down. Do you train
in my life? When did you know in your career, whether it be mine, that you knew how your stuff?
They're loud.
Schwarber strikes out, and that's the second out of the.
And a couple other pieces to it. So
stolen. Congratulations. Contreras getting a big free agent contract, leaving the Cubs, coming. The third handled by Alec Bohm. Well, looked like Arenado. Third.
Especially with them this pitching staff, so they can really get back into the fight in the NL Central.
Now 1 out. Here's Richie Palacio. 2 homers this week. Bryce Harper, a sliding backhand flip to the bag at first. The first baseman, if he played there every day and it was his position moving forward. At some point, Rhys Hoskins for all. Jordan Walker getting a good jump, diving dudes. The second, but couldn't for Jordan Walker. And now Tommy Edman takes ball 1. Edman would love a base hit. Now shortstop Trey Turner will take it to the bag right in front of him at second base. Position for a playoff spot. They certainly haven't clinched anything yet, and the way things off here toward the end. The Phillies have lost 5 of their last 7. So have the Cubs.
Some help somewhere, whether it is starting pitching depth, lack of offensive capabilities, depth.
End up getting knocked out because of various tiebreakers not going their way. Cubs played the Diamondbacks this weekend in the second as Turner flies out to
Baltimore.
Yeah, Adam Jones getting his number retired. A big sellout crowd at Camden Yards, and it's been all in League West. Still very much up for grabs. There's a lot to play for over the final couple weeks.
Well, you talked about them about 15 home runs and 50 runs in a 3-game stretch, but all of a sudden the offense comes back down. We had 7 teams within 2 games of each other, and so everybody's scoreboard watching. If you're not, you're lying.
It's from the Blue Jays in Toronto. The Blue Jays are hardly put away. Harper, frustrated, flings his bat and his.
Back go when he kind of looked up and gave him a glance. I said easy, easy, and then that dismount on that.
And now Mason Wynn, the rookie shortstop, at the plate with a count of 2 balls. So these 2 young Cardinals, Walker and Wynn, without the shift. Well, Wynn can take advantage of some of that because of his athleticism to keep him off the bases. The third base line sucked up by Edmundo Sosa. St. Louis this year. And there's ball 4 to Nootbaar, so he's on base for the second time.
Him great. He runs down the bases one way. He runs the bases one way. You know, he plays the outfield one way.
Docile superstars in Major League Baseball. As Goldschmidt looks at a strike, really flipped around. Sosa has this, tracks it to second base, too late, and everybody's
decision.
September 15th is the start of Hispanic Heritage Month, and Roberto coming home is Lars Nootbaar. He'll score. Get on the board here in the third. Played runners going as our to the trailing runner at second, not in time. A double steal for Goldschmidt. Now Smith comes home. Burleson holds at third. Back. They've cut the Philly lead. Contreras fielded with a backhand by Stott. Gets it to Turner for one. Double play.
Next season, what does that mean to you?
A ton. I've been with this organization for 17 years.
Armall will get that opportunity to get it right next year. He will be the Cardinals manager in 2024.
Some of the worst numbers in their organization's history, and you know, tough. He's a talent.
And Tommy Edman makes the catch, one away here in the fourth. The Cardinals.
Well, there's two things that stands out to me in that graph. Ricky Anderson back. If you have a 5 ERA as a team ERA, you're not going to be successful. And the run difference at bats at 830. You're not going to be very successful at that rate, standing out there all the time. And so it's important.
Has room on the track and makes the catch before bumping into the wall.
Those dazzling plays. Since then, he's been working with the Cardinals trainers on an arm strengthening program. He said that's
to go there, and so it's definitely a home field advantage. The Philly fans get rocking. They're on top of you. They make it a wants to run into the Phillies.
Now the Phillies won their first 6 playoff games last year. Remember, the first round was here, and
so one of the memorable moments.
And able to make the catch is Newtbar to end the inning.
Look out the kinks of hitting the ball in the air.
Here, Sosa over the bag at third, across the dime time anyway, and Bohm. Nola with a bare hand is only played to first. That's off the home, and Edman at first. Pache makes the catch and heaves one to space, taking off an extra base that bar that Bryson Stott grabs, and that ends the inning.
What's that up?
So he's on to lead off here in the top of the 5th inning. That's the first hit it got this year. And makes the catch over his shoulder. It's too late to get Rojas, but what night. Third, handled by Arenado, gets it to second for one, over to first to the play off the bat.
as much as anyone in the game. We saw how hot they got last October. I want to know what you guys think.
Peprio fits in that fold as well.
Emmett Sheehan, they just called up Kyle Hurt. And
love those guys, but it
Early is over and makes the catch in foul territory. Orange County, California. Now Fredmundo Sosa throw to first, down in time. So Arenado couldn't move. It's an infield.
So he's definitely going to have to turn that around to get into the postseason.
Tyler O'Neill is the pinch hitter.
Strong and for next year as well.
Swing and a miss. Matt Strahm blows away O'Neill with a 95-mile-an-hour foul.
Let this game get away from me, even though I gave up a bunch of adjustments, slowed the game down, and I was settled in the game. And now
over the wall, right off of Rogers' horn. And he has a double in his first at bat tonight.
After the 5th inning, it was going to be all hands.
Gets to third. He's being sent home. He'll score. Back on a run here for JT. Runner going, swinging down his throw to second, not in time. It's a stolen base.
That Batman Messi, his power, he's made everybody better.
Oh, they're the greatest player on earth. That's what 100 strikeouts. And there's one away. Rojas has it tracked onto the warning track to retire Edman. The shortstop Turner, and it's off his money there for Trey Turner.
I already talked about this, the emotional leader in that locker. It was
2. And Gold. And Jeff Hoffman survives some 2-out trouble in